Yes, I can hear them saying, boys, stop living.
Welcome back to the Now Morning Show. Now, our next conversation is about the second annual Kids Super Sprint Duathlon. It's happening on Sunday, the 25th of May on the Diego Martin Highway. And joining us is no stranger to the show, Maria Gooding, triathlon coach. Hi, Maria.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning and welcome back.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm happy to announce the Super Sprint second annual duathlon and just here to just let the general public know about the events, because I know sometimes people hear about multi-sports and they hear about duathlons and they think, oh my God, we can't do this. We need to be so prepared, or we need to have all these things. But I just want you to know that this is a fun event. This is an introduction event just to bring new faces to the sport. We could possibly have so much hidden talent, and
Yeah, so we're just sorting out a few technical difficulties here. But in the meantime, joining us is Maria Gooding, and we're speaking about the Super Sprint Duathlon that's happening on the Diego Martin Highway. Now, something that's so interesting about this is the fact that there are going to be 180 young athletes. You're seeing on your screen there the different events and the age groups, which essentially shows that no matter how young, you can take part in this and essentially become your own athlete, to say the least. Now, it's something beautiful to see, Maria. We see the children, they are training in West Park. They are having the time of their lives. Yeah. One can only imagine how busy you are. But specifically with the age groups, that's a lot to have to work through. All right, so while we're just trying to get a little bit more connectivity here, you're seeing on your screen some of the incredible medals that are going to be there, and the children, of course, as I mentioned, 180 young athletes are going to be taking part in this. Custom medals are going to be available for all finishers and all age groups, and there are also some prizes as well. If you want, you can go on to Race Roster in order to register, and hopefully when we get back into the conversation with Maria, we can speak about the incredible sponsors who have come on board to ensure that the second year is bigger and better than ever. It seems like there's so much good things happening right here in Trinidad and Tobago. So let's talk about the first event, the Baby Athlon. This is for the age group of 1 to 4 years old. It includes a run, a ride, and then another run. And it's a little bit of a shorter distance, just 20 meters. Yes. Yeah, and I'm seeing here the Minions. Minions is such an interesting choice.
So these names were adopted from my camp. So I run a all outdoor adventure camp for kids during the July-August vacation, the Easter vacation, and the Christmas vacation. So we break the groups up into these categories, and it's generally that age group, but it's more of an ability thing, because we would have some titans that are in the giants because they're just very excellent riders, or they show a lot of maturity. So that's how we got the names.
That's the names. I mean, they're definitely going to stick as well. And I hear you when you speak about like the personality and the age groups as well. I can 100% see it. But let's talk about the difference, because you have the run, then the ride, and then the run. So is it a case of the children run, then they jump on their bike, and then they run again? Walk us through it.
Yes. So duathlon essentially is a multi-sport event. Kind of like triathlon, which is swim, ride, run. A duathlon is run, ride, run. There is a little portion in between called the transition. It's an area that the kids change from the run to the ride. So they leave their bikes there, their helmets there, and after their first run, they're able to come and get their bikes and their helmets, and they go off onto their ride, and then they come back to the transition area to put down their bikes and their helmets before their second run and into the finish line.
How long is training for this? I mean, you're looking at babies who are like 1 year old doing 20-meter runs.
So this is just for fun, especially the Baby Athlon. We always see at the events, they have these smaller, younger siblings that they're so eager to participate. So we I decided to add in the babyathlon because I also had a younger one that wanted to participate, and I'm like, okay, she wants to run. She's pushing on her little scooter, and she's able to do it. Now we're not very serious with the rules for that one. It's one parent to one child, and push cars, scooters, trikes, bikes, anything with wheels, they could come and use for the babyathlon.
Okay, but then after that, as you go from like minions, ninjas, titans, giants, then you get more specific, correct?
And they have to participate in their events by themselves. The minions get to keep their helmets on for the run, so they don't have to struggle with that. But the other categories, they have to do that on their own. So it's definitely a developmental event just to get people involved. If you've never done it before, you're worried about it, you just want to try it, this is a great initiative. We're going to have a bouncy castle this time or two just to entertain the kids during the other races as they wait on theirs. And it's a fun family community event, and we would love to see more sponsors come on board to support these initiatives, because I think that when you have kids in sports, they don't have time for other things. And I think we definitely need our nation to be a little bit more structured and focused on sports, because there's way too much wiggle room for all the other things right now.
Completely understood. Now, as you mentioned, sponsors, of course, again, without them, it wouldn't be possible. Who's involved this year?
So Pet Life, Geronimo's Cycle and Sports, Guiltless Yogurt, and of course Mike's Bikes, for allowing us to use the highway. As I don't know if you know, but since 2018 or maybe before that, the highway is closed off from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. every Sunday. And you can ride, walk, scooter, rollerblade, anything you want on the highway. And it's supported by NLCB, so we want to also thank them for supporting this initiative, and we want to see more people come out on the highway and utilize this beautiful space. Yeah.
Now, Maria, you were here last year. We spoke about it this year. How have you seen the evolution so far? Are you pleased with it?
Evolution in athletes, yes. A lot of athletes moved to the other categories. Evolution in sponsorship is, I don't know, disappearing. Somewhat. I think last year I had more people eager to be involved, and this year's like, oh yeah, she had plenty sponsors, she good. Not realizing not many sponsors give financial contributions, and that is a challenge in itself. So I am just a few more $1,000 short. So if anybody wants a sponsor, please message me, and let's make this happen. And this is also the reason why the Rainbow Cup Tobago, which is going to be our 19th annual, is probably going to be our last due to the lack of funding. We have brought over 500 athletes to the shores of Tobago. We get people that come and they stay in the hotels, they book flights on Carl, they use the ferry, they support the stores, the restaurants, everything. So it brings a lot of sport tourism to the island. And I had a good cry a few days that this is the last, because this is what grew me as an athlete, as a national athlete. Rainbow Cup was my, that's my home event, and a lot of athletes from around the Caribbean. We used to have US cash prizes that brought international athletes to Tobago, and that has just depleted since COVID.
I have to say, to be honest, I mean, we know that the Rainbow Cup is a mainstay. People come from all over the world, so to hear this is definitely unexpected this morning.
Yes.
So yes, definitely on board with sponsorship. Again, a bit winded by what you would have just said there. That is for sure.
Yeah.
And what can we do as a community? What is needed to keep this alive?
I don't know. I just think we need to get more corporate sponsors to realize that supporting these community initiatives. We did approach the THA, and they gave us, they were empathetic. They told us we don't want to see this be the last event. And we hope that in turn can bring some kind of hope. It was pretty much broadcasted last week all over the social media, all the different news outlets. in the hopes that we pull on some heartstrings to just get this one off the ground, but we're really hoping that we used to have Massey, that was our big sponsor for years, and we just need somebody like that that would really back this event and keep it thriving.
You know what, Maria, we're out of time, but hopefully we can have you on the show again soon so we can continue this conversation. But for now, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, it's always a pleasure. And for those of you who are just joining us, we're speaking about the Super Sprint Duathlon that's happening on the Sunday, the 25th of May, and we're going to be talking about the Rainbow Cup at some point in time as well. You can contact the event coordinator, Maria Gooding, at 324-4117 for more information on how you can get involved. Stay tuned. There's more coming up after this break.